Hello friend, welcome back to my lecture on Java Servlet. So in previous lecture we have discussed about the Java Servlet page, how to start the JavaScript Java Servlet program and how the what are the applications of Java Servlet. So we have discussed all these aspects of the Java Servlet. Basically, Servlet is a web component and managed by the container. So we have web container, Servlet container, and it is request response model based on the behavior of the hypertext transfer protocol. And servlet is based on servlet is based on request response paradigm. And you can see the program of this Java servlet. This is initial page. I have discussed this program in last class, so again I am repeating this the program. So we have two text box here, user ID and password, and the type of password is input type password. This is text box. Basically this is text box and its type is password. So so we have written here password because when we will write something on this text box, it will be displayed on asterisk sign. So we will input these two value and then we will submit, and as we will submit it will activate the welcome. It will activate this action tag, and action tag will start welcome class. Welcome class, and this welcome class is given here. This is welcome class, and this welcome class is inside cmp package. And inside the welcome class we have do get function. So when we will start it here from this initial page index.jsp, so we will initiate the get method, and the name of file, name of class is welcome. So name of file as well as name of class is welcome. So when we will compile it, it will convert into welcome.class. So we will have this class, and this class is extend from http servlet, and accordingly we have different import statement. And we have written here do get, and inside do get the argument of do get is request and response, http servlet request and http servlet response. So I already told you it is based on request response paradigm. So servlet interact with the web client via request response paradigm. So we will have two classes, request class and response class, http request as well as http response class. And we are using here http servlet exception and IO exception. We are two exception here. So you can see here session also, we have one class for session. So in next program we'll use this session. And this is the statement. These are the two statement. This is one statement, this is another statement. So by using these two statement, request dot using request dot get parameter, request dot get parameter id, and request dot get parameter password. So we are taking input of id and password from this index.jsp, this initial page. So where we have two text box, input type text, input type password. So we are taking two values and converting them by typecasting into string, and then copying them into the name and password variable. So these are the request.get parameter. So when the client will request to server, you can see here when client will request to server, then it will initiate http request class, and the request is the hidden, and sorry, request is the object of this http request class. You can see here again http servlet request class. So we are writing here request dot get parameter. So it is retrieving the data, retrieving the id variable of index.jsp, id variable of index.jsp. This is id variable of index.jsp. This is the client program, and this is servlet program. On servlet this code will execute, and we will input both id and password through request.get parameter. And then we will come on response. RESP is the object of response. So we are writing here RESP dot set content type text oblique HTML. It is text oblique HTML. RESP dot set content type. Uh, so we will mention here the type of content, that is HTML and text. So you can see here this is the content which is in HTML as well as in text. Name is this is text and this is HTML content. So the response type is text oblique HTML, and we will also uh, mm, have to declare object of print writer class. We want this print writer class because we have to write the output on response on the client. So you can see again the diagram where HTTP response, that the response will be from web server to web client. So that's why um, we require here print writer, and its object is out. So out equals to response dot get writer. So we'll get a writer from this response class. Response is the object of HTTP response. So get writer is a function of this HTTP response class. So through this get writer we'll obtain a writer, and out is the object of this one, and this is the reference of get writer function. And now we will write out.println. So this out will represent this response, and through getWriter function it will write this HTML statement. This is a small HTML statement which we have started by HTML and closed by HTML, and it will be inside out.println, and all statement out.println statement. Inside this we will write the HTML code. So HTML is started here, HTML will be closed here, body, then body is closing here, and inside this we are writing name and password, and the value which we have uh, access through get parameter. Through get parameter will print these values by these two statements. Name is name and password is the value of password. Name and password will print them on the response, and out.flush and out.close. Finally we'll write out.flush statement and out.close statement. now now this is the complete Java servlet code, and we need one web.xml file, and through this web.xml file we will mention here in this web.xml file we will mention the welcome class is inside the CMP package. Servlet name is welcome and class name is CMP dot welcome. CMP is the package name and welcome is the class. So this is class, this is package, and servlet mapping. Servlet name is welcome. URL pattern is this. Welcome file list is welcome file is index.jsp. This will be this will inside welcome file list, and welcome file is here, and index.jsp is the program, initial program. So we have written this, we have to write this web.xml file. So this is servlet program, and same way, same program, same type of program we can write in JSP also. So we have already seen this program in the class of in the lecture of JSP. I have already discussed about this program. This is a HTML page. This is an initial JSP page. Sorry, means this is index.jsp page. We have three field here: name, credit card number, and card type. Name is text type, text box. Name is name, and size is 10. And the second text box is credit card number. Its name is number and size is 25. And third, card type. This is combo box. Select name and type. This is combo box. Combo box is started by select and closed by /select, and it has three options: Visa, Mastercard, and Amex, which is by default selected. So we will click on any three of one. So it will accordingly it will store that value on type. So this is combo box. So when we will click on submit button, we have one more button, submit button. Its name is submit and value is submit. As we will click on submit button, it will activate, it will move to the action tag, and it will activate credit form.jsp. and its method is post method. So you can see credit form.jsp here, and inside credit form.jsp we will have to write only request.get parameter. So it is easier than Java servlet. Here we have written percentage equal sign request.get parameter, request.get parameter, member second variable, and again percentage equals to request.get parameter type, name, member, type. You can see in the previous page we have name, member and type, and the same variable are retrieved here. Request.get parameter name, request.get parameter member, request.get parameter type. All three variables are taken here, and this is inside UL unordered list, and line 1, line 2, line 3. This is unordered list. By default it will be started by the bullet. So this is credit form.jsp and initial page index.jsp. When we will activate this, execute this program, and this will execute, this will activate credit form.jsp, and the credit form.jsp will be inside the server. So we have to mention here name of server. Before this credit form.jsp we have to mention here name of server. यहाँ पे server का नाम देना पड़ेगा. So we require only these three statements, while in servlet we require uh, get parameter statement, as well as how to format the response on a client machine, how to write the response on client machine. This should also be mentioned here. तो ये भी हमको यहाँ पे देना पड़ेगा इसमें सर्वलेट में. तो सर्वलेट इज लिटिल बिट कॉम्प्लेक्स, थोड़ा सा इसका प्रोग्राम डिटेल प्रोग्राम है, इसके प्रोग्राम का साइज ज़्यादा है, और यहाँ पे जो JSP में है स्टेटमेंट इजीली हम इसको लिख सकते हैं, तो इसलिए JSP का भी यूज होता है. JSP, द स्टेटमेंट ऑफ JSP आर यूजर फ्रेंडली, एंड writing code in JSP is easier than the writing code in Java servlet. So that's why JSP is, some of the programmer prefer JSP programming, and JSP is ultimately converted into Java servlet. So this is a comparative study of JSP program, client server JSP program, and client server servlet program, and how to execute. I'm also explaining you how to execute Java servlet. So when you have to write the Java servlet program, you have to go new file, and then on new file you have to select package, this one here. You have to select package, and inside the package you have to write JSP Java servlet program. Then you have to select servlet. First you have to select package, and you have to mention the name of package, and then you have to select name of class. So it is here servlet class is welcome, and you will write here package also, and accordingly it will display here servlet name is welcome, servlet mapping slash welcome, and path you have to mention also path of web XML. Then you will finish it, then you will write the program. This is the program of servlet public class welcome extend http servlet, and then you will have to write public void do get. This is the program which I have explained you. Then you will write the program, and when you will enter the user ID and password, and you will push on the login button, then it will display login ID and password accordingly. जैसे यहाँ पे इस प्रोग्राम में दिया हुआ है, आप देख सकते हैं इसमें हमने यूजर आईडी और पासवर्ड हमने इनपुट किया, तो ये हमारा index.jsp है. तो you can see this snapshot of this one login page, user ID and password. As you will push on login, then it will activate the welcome class. जैसे this is index.jsp, this is on localhost 8080, and as you push on this submit button, it will start welcome file, and you can see here this welcome file and its welcome class. As you will as this file will execute, it will display name and password through this server side servlet program. So you can see here in the second snapshot, the second half of this slide. So you can see here, this is welcome file is running, and and its password Java and servlet. So Java is the user ID, servlet is the password. So you can see here user ID and password. So as we are taking here do get function, so do get is not more secure, that's why your username and password is showing here. If we will write here post function, do post function, and method is post, then it will not visible here in this in this line, it will not visible. So it will be more secure in case of do post function. So these are the snapshot of the previous program, and you can also execute this program. So now see the Java servlet view of Java servlet. This is GUI of GUI view of this Java servlet. So client machine, we have been HTML form, HTML program, or JavaScript code, or VB script code along with the HTML program. So when we request to the server, this is application server. When we request HTTP, when we send the HTTP message to the server, this is web container provide access to J2E API and servlet. So now from the client machine we can access to the server, and server is capable to answer anything in J2E Java 2 Enterprise Edition. And processing performed on the web or application server is known as server-side processing using Java program known as servlet. So servlet program is here in this application server, and uh, and we also connect with the database. And when we connect with the database, we also run the servlet code, and through web container we can collect this data. And we have been different JDBC, JTA, Java messaging services, Java naming directory interface, Java transaction application. These all are the small tools of Java APIs. We can say small tool as well as API, and they are part of this J2E framework. And somehow Java servlet is used in this database as well as in web server. A set of services provided by the J2 API. So these are different services. These services are provided by J2 API. So these are the 4 services, but there are many services which are part of this J2E API. And to access database JDBC, do transaction JTA, and send message JMS, and find object JNDI. So for different application, different usage, we have different applications. So this J2E is very beneficial, and this is recent programming, and the approaches of this J2E are very important for recent day programming. And its larger set is web cloud programming. So this is web programming, and web programming is really very helpful for doing all the software and performing all the different tasks as per the current requirement. So now see one more program where we are giving username and password. So this is session tracking program. So in last program we have done client server application. We have connected our client machine to the server machine, but now in this program we are connected with the server as well as from one server to another server. So this will maintain the complete session. So you can see here in this program we have name and password are 2 text box. This is the name text box, and this is password text box, and this is submit button. As we will click on submit button, it will activate this first. It will start action, and Excel will start this first program, first dot Java program, and this is first dot Java program, because we will write this program, and then after writing this program we will uh, compile this program. That's why we are writing here first. So it means it is running on the first dot class file. So this is first dot Java, and required import statement we have given here. We have mentioned here IO exception, print writer, SQL connection, because we are doing database connectivity over here. Driver manager is there, result set is there. These three import are related to the database connectivity. For exception handling, we require servlet exception, and HTTP servlet is required for server side servlet programming, HTTP servlet request, HTTP servlet response. So these are required, these three are required for servlet programming. Also we require print writer for servlet. Except for exception handling, we require IO exception, and this is for connection. Driver manager is for database connection, and we are writing this class under CMP package, and the class name is first, and which is extend from HTTP servlet. So the function is public void do get, and inside do get we can see here HTTP servlet request and HTTP servlet response. Same is described in the previous program, previous servlet program also. So there is no need to describe it again. We know that this servlet is request response paradigm, so that's why we are writing here two argument of request as well as response. So we are writing here do get, and as the get method will execute, so it will have form action इक्वस टू फर्स्ट एंड मेथड इक्वस टू गेट. तो यहाँ पे ऑप्शनल है, अगर हम लिखें तो भी वो गेट पे जाएगा, नहीं लिखें तो भी गेट पे जाएगा. बट इन केस ऑफ suppose we are writing here method equals to post, then we will have to write here public void do post. So throwing the exception servlet exception and IO exception, and inside this we are writing here two statement, because we have been initially two text box, and we are passing name and password to server. As we are submitting this form, so name and password will be passed to the server. So in server we have to receive these variable. So how we'll receive, we'll write the statement request.get parameter name and request.get parameter password, as we will request receive all these two name and password, and we will have two variable name and password. So we will have to do here typecasting. तो अभी लिखा नहीं है यहाँ पे, बट यू हैव टू राइट हियर स्ट्रिंग एज टाइपकास्ट. इसको टाइपकास्ट कर लें यहाँ पे, ये आप देख लीजिएगा. नाउ इनसाइड द ट्राई ब्लॉक वी आर डूइंग database connectivity. The first statement of database connectivity class.forName. So we are connecting it with the SQL. So we have to write here com.mysql.jdbc.driver, and as we have loaded the driver by this statement, so in next statement we will write here driver manager dot get connection. So we will obtain the connection. So we will have to write connection class. The object of connection class is CONN. Connection CONN equals to driver manager dot get connection. So we will obtain the connection, and the connection string is this. So we are connecting with the same system, so that's why we are writing here localhost. If we will connect it with the other system, so we will write the name of other server here, and this is port number, and BIOS is the DSN name. So, and this is root username, and JI is the password. And in the third statement we will write the query. We will write here the query. You can see select asterisk from login table where name equals to the name which we have input. This is this name, and password equals to the password which we have input here, and this is password. This is the password of database table, login table, and this is the name, this name variable of the variable of login table, and this name is the name which we have input through client. This is, and this password is the password which we have input through client page. So the server, so the database table variable will be compared with the input variable name, and the password of database table is compared with the password which we have input. If they are same name as well as password, we have used here and logical operator. So the condition, the both condition, if the both condition will fulfill, then query will execute and return the result, and so the result will be transferred to the RS. So we'll write here results at RS equals to connection dot create statement. Connection is already written here, so connection dot create statement. So initially it is blank statement, but when we will execute the query, we will have this query. So this query will activate, and after activating this query, we will have the complete one line data for this particular username and password. This create statement function is inside connection class. That's why we are writing here connection dot create statement, and this is inside the execute query is the function of, this is the function of statement class. So that's why we are writing here create statement dot execute query. So we have written 3 statement in one statement. अदरवाइज इसको हम तीनों को अलग अलग लिखते हैं. पहला स्टेटमेंट हम लिखते हैं यहाँ पे स्टेटमेंट एस इक्वल्स टू कनेक्शन डॉट क्रिएट स्टेटमेंट, और फिर हम यहाँ पे लिखते हैं एस डॉट एग्जीक्यूट क्वेरी, और इसको स्ट्रिंग को हम अलग से स्टोर करते हैं स्ट्रिंग एस वेरिएबल में. तो बाकी प्रोग्राम में अलग अलग तीन या चार डिफरेंट स्टेटमेंट में ये स्टेटमेंट लिखा हुआ है, बट वी हैव क्लब्ड ऑल 4 स्टेटमेंट इन वन स्टेटमेंट. सो ऑल द डेटा इज ट्रांसफर टू दिस rs, means rs is the pointer of all the data. rs result set is a vector type and which can hold two-dimensional as well as single dimensional data. So now we will have the single data, so we'll use if statement. So in case of one user name and id password, we have one data, that's why we are using here if statement. Otherwise we will use here while statement. So if rs dot next equals to true, if data is here in the rs, and then it will return true. Then we will write request dot, अगर डेटा है इसमें तब तो ट्रू होगा, हम इफ के अंदर आएंगे, अदरवाइज विल मूव ऑन एल्स एंड विल रिडायरेक्ट टू इंडेक्स डॉट जीएसपी. रिस्पॉन्स डॉट, तो रिस्पॉन्स हमको कहाँ पर ले जाएगा, वापस फिर से इंडेक्स डॉट जीएसपी में, वापस फिर से इंडेक्स डॉट जीएसपी में ले जाएगा. अगर गलत यूजर नेम पासवर्ड दिया है, इन दैट केस विल मूव, विल सेंड रिडायरेक्ट टू इंडेक्स डॉट जीएसपी, रिस्पॉन्स डॉट सेंड रिडायरेक्ट इंडेक्स डॉट जीएसपी. एंड इन केस if response is right, if username password is right, then query will execute properly and it will return single data, and that data will be on result set, and then result set rs dot next will be true, and then we will come inside the if statement, then request dot get session and set attribute. Then we will move to the, then we will set the session attribute, and we will dispatch to the second servlet file. So this is for session tracking. So inside this we are doing session tracking. So first of all, for doing session tracking, we are getting the session. So we have written here request dot get session and set attribute. Attribute will set key. The key is the attribute for session, and key having the name, and again we are writing request dot get session set attribute, again we are setting attribute key password. So we are passing name and password to key. So we can write here one statement, but we are sending two variable while we are getting the session. So for getting session, for establishing session, we require two variables, name and password. जो हमने name password, we can see here initially we have name and password. When we will send the request to the server, then we will send name and password, and to the first, and from first to second we will pass again we will pass the same variable name and password. So that's why we will write two statement for sending name and password to the second.jsp, second.java. So you can see here request.get request dispatcher second. So we are sending the request, we are dispatching the request to the second, from first to second, and this is written here request.get request dispatcher to the second, and we are forwarding as request and response, same request and response which is forwarded to first, this will be forwarded to the second. And here is the catch statement. If there is any error on these database connectivity and sending request inside this database connectivity, then it will display the exception accordingly, error accordingly. And now we'll move on the second. So you can see here we have dispatched the request on second, we have forwarded request on the second with this request response, and you can see here this is second.java, and inside the second.java we have been these import statement accordingly. जैसे हमने पहले import statement दिए थे, लगभग वही import statement यहाँ पे है. We have not mentioned here database connectivity import statement, क्योंकि अब database connectivity नहीं करनी है, तो इसलिए वो statement हटा दिए हमने. So we have written here CMP package. The previous program is also inside the CMP package. here also CMP package in the first.java, and in second.java we also have the CMP package and these import statement. And then we have written here public class second extend http servlet. So it is again extend from the http servlet. The previous one is also extend from the http servlet. This one is also extend from http servlet. And same way we are writing here do get http servlet request object and http servlet response object, and throw servlet exception, throw IO exception. See again here also the same prototype of the function do get http servlet request, http servlet response, throw a servlet exception, throw IO exception. So same statement we have written here also. Now the first statement we will write here. HTTP session equals to request dot get session. While in the previous one request dot get session, we have written here request dot get session. Here we'll write request dot we'll write here get session. But in the previous one we have to write set session. uh, Set session has to write here, and session attribute is there, so it is wrongly typed here. So we'll have to write here set session. We'll have to write set session set session, and will same time we will write the set attribute also. So you have to correct it. This is set attribute. You have to write set session as well as set attribute. You can see here set session, and we will write here set attribute key, and set session set attribute key, and here you will write get session. So request dot get session, this is request dot set session, and this is request dot get session. So we'll get here the session and get attribute. In previous one we set attribute, it is set attribute, and it is get attribute. And previously we have given here set attribute key, and while in the second.jsp get attribute key get, here we will write get, and previous one we will write set. We have set the attribute key while we have get the attribute key. So we have get the session request dot get session. This is the object of http session, and then we will write session dot get attribute key. That key which we have already set in the first.java, we will get it here in the second.java, and when we will get it, then typecast it. Then we have to typecast and send its value to the string variable value, and then we will write response dot set content type text oblique HTML. The response will be in the form of text oblique HTML, and we'll obtain the writer through get writer through this response class response dot get writer, and its reference is in out print writer out, and we have written here out.println HTML, out.println body, and out.print welcome inside here, inside this out.println slash body slash HTML. So simply we are displaying here welcome message from the previous one, and the previous one we have given, we have accessed this username and password, and this is compared, and this is the welcome message showing in the second.java, and this is web XML, and inside the web application we will write here same index.jsp in welcome file, and servlet mapping will have to write two times. We will mention here servlet mapping. In the first time we will mention the name of servlet is first, and the second time the name of servlet is second. It's URL pattern slash first, it's URL pattern slash second, and the servlet name is second, and cmp dot second, and again servlet name to servlet mapping. It's first and cmp dot first. This is, so this is web dot xml, and you can see this program while after running the snapshot of the program. We'll input name and password. When we will submit the query, it will display welcome. So the in between we are running the first.jsp. So actually in first.jsp we are not giving any output. In the first.jsp we are connecting with the database. You can see in the first.jsp we are not giving any output, just we are giving here connections, driver we are loading the driver, we are creating the connection, then we are running this uh, query, and we are retrieving one statement according to the username and password, and then here we are not printing anything, we are sending it to the we are forwarding it to the second. So request is dispatched to the second with the request and response. We are forwarding request and response, and we are setting the key. We are setting the session and setting the attribute, and key is the value of the attribute. This key variable is written here during set attribute, and in second.java we are printing this welcome. So HTML will not print. HTML is the tag. It is indicating that HTML file has started and body is started, and only welcome out.println we are printing only welcome. So single for printing welcome message we are doing this exercise. So here we have written here get session and get attribute, जो पहले हमने get सेट किया था उसको यहाँ पे get कर रहे हैं, and content type is text oblique HTML, and we have obtained the writer from the response class, and then we are printing here welcome. So simply to print welcome we are doing these 3-4 program. तो इस तरह से ये 3-4 प्रोग्राम हम कर रहे हैं. So it is complex for this simple processing, it is very complex, but in large level when we are working on the large level it is very easier and it is very fast than other web programming language, other server side programming language. And you have to do its practical exercise of this Java servlet, otherwise the concept of Java servlet will not so clear to you. So thank you very much, thanks again. So guys, thank you listening this video up to the end of this video, and again I request you to please subscribe my video, and don't forget to push bell icon, and thank you again, thank you very much.